Capitalism. It's what gives us 200 kinds of cars, 4 million kinds of apps, and 57 kinds of Hemsworths.
That's right, girl. Capitalism provides many goods and services by allowing production to be as efficient and as cheap as possible. That's why you have all that stuff, and don't you forget it.
But what is it exactly?
Yeah, what is capitalism? Well, here's the Google definition, and then there's my definition, which is basically capitalism is buying and selling as you please. You know, it's people make the goods and services, not the government. People run the economy, not the government. Supply and demand determine what gets made and what gets bought. It's a very good system because people are able to prosper under it and work under it very easily. Also, I should add, capitalism being a system of free trade has a profit incentive, and that's not a bad thing since there's mutual benefit, as in you earn money by making other people's lives better by providing a product and or service. That's good. Whatever you say next should match those definitions.
Capitalism is a man-made economic system based on profit.
Yeah, that music seems kind of weird though. Okay.
It takes wealth and resources away from the public and puts it in the hands of private capitalists.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Okay, capitalism doesn't take money away from the public, okay? It's free trade, it's voluntary trade. Someone offers a good or service that you want. You pay money in order to get it. That's not taking money away from the public. That's not taking money away from the public as if it's some involuntary thing, because it's not. And private capitalist is redundant, considering capitalism is the free private market. So this statement is utterly ridiculous.
A few become enormously wealthy on the backs of the many.
Okay, the workers are not exploited in capitalism. It's a voluntary trade. You trade your labor to an employer for a paycheck. How is that exploitation? You know, I mean, this old talking point gets really annoying when, you see how false it is. And, of course, the person that runs a business is going to be wealthier than the workers, because that's the point. It's the point to make profit from a business, which would be the employer's money, and it's important to get paid for working for a business would be the worker's money. Profit is the employer's money, expenses is the worker's money. Workers get paid in expense, employers get paid in profit. So, what's the problem here if it's all voluntary? I don't get it. And also, you can't expect the workers to be rich because they work for the employer. Remember, their money's only expenses, so it's not going to be as much as profit, so that's not reasonable to think they'll be equal in wealth. And also, I don't see wealth equality being a possibility, considering not everyone can run a business and work for one. I mean, to run a business, you gotta have people work for it, and to work for a business, there has to be businesses to work for in the first place. People can't do both at once. There's not enough time, energy. You can only be at one place at once. I don't think people can even schedule it, like work for a business this time and run a business this time. So I feel like it would contradict the, you can't be in two places at once, or energy, something like that. I just don't see it working.
This consolidated control of profit and political power leads to extreme inequality.
How the hell does free markets lead to government thugs? Like this animation is sane. I don't get it. I mean, you have people buying and selling as they please. No government involved, you know, because it's anarcho-capitalism. And then all of a sudden you have these government thugs that, you know, make you an equal. Take your money. It's like, no. That happens with government. That doesn't happen with the free market. That happens with government. I mean, government, you know, is violent. The free market isn't.
These factors all make capitalism profoundly alienating, which is why everyone and everything seems so distant, so hopeless, so odd. Thanks, capitalism.
Some workers that work for the private sector love their jobs. In addition to their employers, they love the duties, and they love the customers they serve. They love serving their community. So what's this alienation you speak of?
But there's another way. Democratic socialism. I know, you probably think democratic socialism is for strong men with elaborate mustaches and French college students. It is. Because democratic socialism is for everyone.
If democratic socialism is one size fits all when that clearly isn't true, how the hell can it be for everyone? The only everyone I see it's for is people that are subjected to it. Since it's forced on the populace, yes, that includes everyone.
Democratic socialism fights inequality by giving power back to the workers through unions and true representation.
Why would socialism give workers true representation with unions and real representation? I don't get it. You get that with capitalism. If the unions are voluntary and there's no laws that you have to join them, and it's at a business's discretion whether or not they have a union or not, then that's true representation, not socialism, you know, passing these laws about how people need to run their businesses and what prices things need to be. That's not true representation. That makes no sense at all.
It overcomes alienation and inequality by strengthening civil rights and building solidarity among the many.
I can tell you right now, that's not gonna work with universal healthcare alone. With doctor shortages, bed shortages, medicine shortages, appointment shortages of all kinds, yeah, no, that's not building solidarity. Society isn't being helped, it's being worsened. Oh my god, don't go with socialism.
No system is perfect, but the one we live in now is needlessly cruel and unfair.
Yes, I know this system is unfair, but that's because it is corporatism, not capitalism. It's different. With corporatism, you get this shit. This type of shit. With capitalism, you get this shit. Now, which is better? Market flaws within capitalism that can easily be fixed and aren't that bad, or market failures with corporatism that can't be fixed easily, which are really bad. Corporatism is the one that is worse since it involves massive elitism rather than just incompetent business practices.
And millions want something new, something better. Help build that something.
Because if a person, let alone a whole group of people, wants something through government force, they should totally get it. Nah.
Through the Democratic Socialists of America. New members joining every day, new chapters starting every week. We're waiting.
So, as you can see, this video is incredibly dishonest when it comes to capitalism. And it's kind of funny that this video complains about capitalism. Yet, it seems like the animation that was used to make it, the software that was used to make it, was Flash animation. Yeah, that software, and that's created by capitalism, as well as computers. Many people see the animation on it, as well as computers they made the animation on, and yet they're blaming capitalism for things sucking, even though it's clearly corporatism to blame. In corporatism, you have an elite, and capitalism, you don't. So, since the elite makes things suck, they shouldn't be there. And since capitalism doesn't have the elite, that should be the system people should go to meet their economic needs. Yet people would rather be ignorant blame capitalism for something corporatism and other forms of elitism does, and go to socialism/communism or corporatism. It just boggles my mind that people aren't willing to learn or change, at least even in this regard. It's really sad, but hey, that's what people such as I are here to do, or try to convince people to change in terms of not supporting the system anymore, at least. And I'm always changing it.